So good morning all, and thank you for joining us as we commemorate the start of construction on the northern portion of what we call the New York Energy Solution. That's an electric transmission upgrade project which we're all familiar with. My name is Vic Mullen. I'm the president of New York Transco. Our company is very proud of the role we will play for building New York's energy future. The New York Energy Solution will span almost 55 miles, 11 towns, and 3 counties. Work will be going on in phases through the end of 2023. The northern portion of the project, which we are commemorating today, stretches 22 miles and it starts in Schodack, Stuyvesant, Stockport, Ghent, and Claverick, with both station and transmission work. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we go. We are honored to have with us today a key New York State elected official representing some or all of those communities, as well as one of our labor partners. Please join me in welcoming New York State Senator Daphne Jordan. And Mark Lawrence from IBEW Local 1249. Thank you all for joining us for this vital project and also for the role you're playing, and also all the distinguished guests and media that we have in the audience here as well. I'd also like to thank our key staff. We're all around with the yellow vests and the beige hats on, the gray hats. We wouldn't have gotten here without your help, all of you. So I thank all of my teammates for doing that. We're standing at the site of 2 construction laydown yards New York Transco is using for our project. Laydown yards are critically important to the efficient operation of the project. This is to store equipment, as you can see some of it over here to my right, and to receive and store materials, and where our employees and contractors will start out every day. And they're actually the hubs of how we're going to build our project going forward for the New York Energy Solution. We would have loved to have hosted this celebration on the transmission corridor itself, but we maintain stringent safety protocols and environmental protections that govern decisions. So we'll be sure to share with you photographs and imagery as that project's being built. So that'll be coming in the future. We would have also loved to have a larger kickoff event, but like so many other things, this year we have kept our guests list to a very minimum amount due to the COVID restrictions. We plan to have a similar event in the southern portion of the project as we go forward. This is a great day for New York Transco, and we think a great day for New York State. The New York Energy Solution will solve 2 major energy challenges facing New York. First, by modernizing the aging electric transmission infrastructure through this region, we'll alleviate long-standing energy transmission bottlenecks and open up a greater flow of clean energy from the North Country, wind, solar, and hydroelectric generators. These important improvements will help New York State move towards meeting its mandate of 100% emissions-free energy by the year 2040. Second, modernizing this aging infrastructure will also improve the reliability and resiliency of the transmission systems for the homes and businesses, particularly during extreme storm events, which we are seeing quite a bit more in these days. We will accomplish this through innovative solutions, both in station, substation, and line work. And it's important to note all of this work will take place within existing transmission corridors and utility-owned properties. In the northern section, our station work will consist of building a new switching station in Schodack, rebuilding an existing switching station in Claverick, and station work will occur in the southern portion in the Pleasant Valley area of the project when that work starts to begin. For our main corridor line work, we will be removing 80-year-old lattice transmission structures like you see in the photos here, if you can see them on the top right. And we replace them with 230 fewer, very important, monopole towers, and they're starting to come down already, it looks like, which will be far more robust. These new monopoles will carry a new, far more robust 340 kilovolt transmission line that will be the central to bringing the increased supply from the northern to the southern part of the system. We are extremely pleased we have been able to design this project keeping all the work within the existing transmission corridors and in other utility-owned lands, as this was one of the key requests from our local stakeholders. Speaking of our local stakeholders, particularly the route towns and their residents, I want to take a moment to thank them for their understanding and cooperation. For this information and insights they have shared with us throughout the process. They have pushed us to do our jobs better. York Transco is a locally based business. Our headquarters, if you didn't know, is in Hudson. We are part of this regional community, and we are committed to being good neighbors. We have made it priority to keep the communities along the corridor informed of our plans and to solicit their feedback. And through dozens of public meetings and literally hundreds of door-to-door visits, and we will continue to be open and be accessible to anybody who has questions about the project and the construction as it goes forward. We have listened closely to people's feedback about the project and have done our very best to design the New York Energy Solution in a way that minimizes impacts to our neighbors, particularly the farmers and other agricultural operators whose lands adjoin the corridor. The agriculture and energy industries have existed side by side in this corridor since the days of the greatest generation, and we look forward to doing so for generations to come. We're also pleased that as the Hudson Valley economy continues to reopen and rebound from the pandemic, New York's Transco's major infrastructure investment will provide increased revenue for the 11 towns along the corridor and generate good-paying construction jobs, including those through our agreement for local skilled union labor with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. As I noted earlier, the New York Energy Solution is important for both the long-term economic and environmental well-being of our state, and we were fortunate to have us today a member of our state legislature who has been a strong supporter of the project from the beginning. Now it is my pleasure to introduce, representing all of northern portions, towns, and beyond, from the 43rd Senate District, Senator Daphne Jordan.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I am Senator Daphne Jordan, representing the 43rd Senate District, which includes all of Columbia County and a large portion of Rensselaer County. This project originates in the 43rd Senate District in the town of Schodack, where I have my district office. It also includes Stuyvesant, Stockport, Ghent, and Claverack. It's great to be here for today's groundbreaking, and I'm proud to join New York Transco President Vic Mullen in this project. This is a terrific project and one I'm proud to have supported, stretching back to 2019. The New York Energy Solution is vital toward improving our energy delivery system, which benefits residents and businesses. This initiative is critical toward improving function, reliability, and clean energy flows. It will help alleviate electricity bottlenecks that currently exist and allow for greater use of clean energy produced upstate. It will also improve grid resiliency and storm hardening, while at the same time upgrading and replacing existing 80-year-old structures with about 230 fewer, more modern ones. When finalized, this project will relieve transmission system congestion and facilitate a more efficient and reliable flow of renewable energy from upstate resources to customers. Our state needs power to grow. It needs a more efficient, modernized transmission system to facilitate the supply of renewable energy. Our state needs to get our economy back online to meet future demand and get folks back to work. This project will deliver all that and more. These are urgent, statewide, nonpartisan priorities that today's groundbreaking will facilitate the achievement of. And I'm proud to say that this project was done the right way, which is so important to ensure broad support and community buy-in. Great public information sharing, clear communication, coordination with all impacted community stakeholders, and respect for local input have been hallmarks of this effort. And that, I think, is so important because with some of the energy projects going on, that has not happened. It contains minimal impact improvements by staying within existing transmission corridors and utility lands. The project's team's effort to engage with local citizens and communities across my 43rd Senate District, particularly the agricultural community that is so important to our region, are essential. Local tax revenues will be generated and many good-paying jobs will be supported by this project, two things that our state desperately needs much more of. After more than a year of COVID closures and our lives being turned upside down, getting our economy and communities successfully reopened, getting us back to normal, and I don't mean a new normal, I mean the normal we knew, are urgent priorities. Transco is a respected local business focused on serving communities and is leading the way in this effort. I credit Transco for its vision, commitment, and follow through in making today's groundbreaking a reality. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Jordan, and thank you for your support as well.
Of course.
Next, I'd like to introduce Mark Lawrence. Mark is the business manager of IBEW Local 1249. Mark's skilled men and women are helping deliver clean energy solutions in New York and are a key piece of our success. Mark, thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm glad to be here. It feels kind of like I've been let out of a cage, you know. I don't have to push a button and join video conferencing, so it's very good. Again, my name is Mark Lawrence. I'm the business manager of IBEW Local 1249. I am a journeyman lineman myself. My card number is D938633, and I've been an IBEW member for 22 years. And I have the privilege of representing over 1,900 members in our tree chapter and over 1,900 members in the IBEW. Out of that 1,900 right now, we have a lot of travelers working here. That's what's great about being part of the IBEW. When there is no work in a certain area, we have the luxury to go from state to state and help out wherever we are needed. So again, that's kind of my speech that I always say. There's a lot of names that and a lot of people I want to thank for making this happen. Victor, I know years ago, I want to say probably 7-8 years ago, we started talking to them, and it's been many meetings, many one-on-one meetings, and finally it's just really exciting for this finally to happen. And then the partnership that we have with Burns & McDonald and all their people, again, trying to get the MOU signed to make sure that IBEW men and women are able to work, and other union trades as well. I know we're going to have some operating engineers on this job, along with some local laborers on this job. And I'm just excited to be here, and I want to thank everybody else involved. And I definitely want to make sure this job runs safely, it runs on time, and it's done with the utmost professionalism. And just for everybody, be safe and don't cut corners. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. We appreciate our partnership with the union and greatly value members' efforts to do this job safely and efficiently and build this job as we need it. At this time, I'd like to have our distinguished guests, and Kathleen, maybe you can join us. Rather than a ribbon cutting or a groundbreaking, we thought it would be appropriate to commemorate the start of this important infrastructure project by presenting each of you with your own New York Transco hard hat and vest, and making you part of the honorary member of the New York Energy Solution construction team.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Hopefully it won't blow off.
Yes, we can help you with that. Any assistance you need.
Henry, you got stickers?
I might have some.
All righty.
And you know it matches your blue perfect.
It's perfect.
Really, yeah.
It does. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's a perfect
When you
outfit
get to be
for
my
today.
size, you gotta look at the
I'm
size
proud
of it
to
before
wear
you
it.
try to put something on.
All right, this is awesome.
Do we want a picture, I
Yeah,
think? Is that right?
I think
Okay,
so,
yep.
yep.
fat guy
You
in a
gotta put your
little
hat
shirt.
on.
I got to put my hat on?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Over here? All right. This way?
You're a good hat person, I'm not.
Okay.
No, it looks lovely.
Oh, I'm sure. I should
Great,
have had
thanks.
the dirt on
Thanks
me.
a lot.
Thanks. Yeah, you needed the dirt now, right?
It's been a hard day's work.
So, in closing, I again want to thank everyone for coming out this morning to celebrate this very special occasion with us. If you have any questions about our project, our team will be happy to stay around and talk with you for as long as you'd like. Over the next years, New York Transco will have the privilege of completing a project that is both good for the environment and the economy of the state of New York, a project that has the support of broad cross-section of businesses, labor, and environmental leaders. Julie Tai is president of the highly respected New York League of Conservation Voters. Recently, she wrote in a letter to the editor, "Working together, communities, consumers, and the energy industry can build New York's clean energy superhighway, but not without more robust and resilient transmission system projects like the New York Energy Solution." We agree wholeheartedly, and we're looking forward to working together with all of you. Thank you very much. That wraps up our discussion today.